Hey folks, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Farthest Frontier, an early access version 0.9.2 in Inyalitan, a nice little settlement that we just set up, and I believe at this point we have exhausted all the Tier 1 structures I really care about, with maybe the exception of a shrine. I guess this is a thing we can now do since I have some money. Might be kind of sensible to do this, right? Just go ahead and start boosting up a bit of happiness in the region. Yeah, that could certainly be a thing. I will go ahead and place one in a kind of general area where I think that there's going to be a number of houses still surrounding the market. Why the heck not? Anyway, besides that, though, things are looking pretty good. The next thing that we really want to worry about is building up our town center to Tier 2. For that to work, I need some more wooden planks. So if you guys wouldn't mind getting on that over here, that would be great. One thing, by the way, I was doing a little bit of checking and research here, and I think I misunderstood a little bit about how our production works as far as limits for our firewood splitter. Right now, it's doing nothing, right? I think the reason is because if I click on this, we can see it's been halted because of the minimum and maximum quota. We have more than 50, therefore, they're going to stop working. That's not what I was expecting when I first read this. When I see quota, what I think is, during a year, I expect a minimum of 50 firewood to be produced. You can produce more, but don't ever make more than 200. And that's on a yearly basis. But I don't think that's correct. What they really mean is minimum stockpile, maximum stockpile. So at a minimum stockpile, people will start working. Once they get to the max, they stop. So if I were to set this up to 100, we're not going to see a change right now. But I bet you once we dip below 100, it turns back on. In fact, we can just go ahead and test this. I'm going to set it to 120. Yep, there we go. Production's now active. All right. So the word's a little bit misleading to me, at least in my interpretation, but at least it does work in the way that I thought it would. That is a better system. I didn't want to have to worry about annual production quotas. I wanted simple stockpile limits, and that's what I've got. So at the end of the day, I'm happy. A building is on fire, the smokehouse. Well, gosh dang it, you idiots. Why on earth did you not control your fire? You got a little overzealous with the smoker. Is that what happened? It's happened to the best of us. Anyone who has a smoker, we know what it's like. You go mad with power. Anyway, we were about to upgrade our town, but then we ran out of planks. Never mind, we have enough again. Boom! Go ahead and hit the button. 60 planks is a lot, but it's going to be totally worth it to have a Tier 2 town center. Now, people want to have schools. Yes, a more efficient workplace would be a very good idea. I would like to have a school. It's not a top priority this exact second, folks, but we'll come back to it when I feel like it. We do have our Weaver building. I'm actually going to not assign anyone here for now, though. We'll just turn off production. Because as much as I would like to make clothing, we have absolutely no flax to work with, so that's physically impossible. So how are our crop yields looking right now? We've got about 156 carrots, it looks like, is what we're going to be growing. Would be more if we had better fertility and such. What about peas? About 187 there. Yeah, we're now just starting to harvest, so we're about to get a bunch of food. Perfect, okay, and we are gradually getting rid of the weeds and stuff here. Yeah, so we'll probably have it rotating so that every year we have probably a clover and a flax yield. That's probably what I'm going to go for. More people just immigrated. Beautiful, I love what I'm seeing there, that's great. So with a couple of extra villagers, probably would like to go ahead and start some clay extraction. Do I have access to a clay pit? No. I need to build a wagon shop first. Gosh dang it. All right, so a wagon shop is where we're going to be able to start building up wagons, which we can use to transport large sums of goods. Obviously helpful if you have large quantities of very heavy clay that you want to take to a storage facility. That said, I deliberately built storage and stuff really close by, so this wouldn't be an issue. But, whatever. Fine. Doesn't matter that much. This is something, again, you can place close to all of the residential areas, and it's not going to antagonize anyone. Therefore, it makes for a perfect wall from the rest of our industry. So we're just going to go ahead and place it down here. Let's also think about that healer's house. Yeah, we need clay for that. It's going to cost me a lot of gold per month. Per month? Is that right? Is that real? Are you lying to me? 25 gold per month seems like a lot of money. I don't know. I don't produce 25 gold a month. And now somebody has been stricken with dysentery. For God's sake, what is this? The Oregon Trail? Another building is on fire. Oh, for God's sake. All right, we need to have some classes on fire safety, please. All right. Namely, stop running around with open candles. That would be the best thing to do. Thank you. Anyway, all right, so now we're gonna grow some of the peas and stuff over here. Very soon we'll start working on some clover in our first round of flax, at which point our weavers will be able to start working so we can get some clothes. We are now producing wagons. Wagons, I don't know if there's a way to technically control how many of these you create. It takes 20 planks to manufacture, though. Now, that is not cheap. It's very expensive to make wagons. They're good, but they are expensive. So can I get a clay pit now? Yes, I finally can. Good. Let's place down a clay pit. I can place it right here on top of the resource. Exactly what I want. So we'll have a couple people go work over here at the clay pit. So now we are producing some of that. That leaves me with, it looks like only 4 laborers left, which is not very many. Okay. Yeah, I think I have to leave those. You always need a healthy pool of laborers to pull from. Always. If you don't have any, then you might very well find that, hey, lo and behold, the stuff I was relying upon, like my wood production, has ground to a halt, and all of my economy slows down as a result. So I don't dare go any less than that. We can't afford any new jobs until we have some more population growth. Some crops were lost due to heat stress. What, the carrots? You're telling me carrots aren't extremely heat resistant? No, they're not. Well, that would be part of it. That sucks. Looks like turnips aren't especially good either. They're okay, better than carrots, but not great. Boo. I do want to start building a school pretty soon, though. We need that 30 clay first. We have enough planks. I do have enough gold, so this could be a thing. And just like in games like Banished, schools should be a place for your children to go during the day. It does take an occupation, so one of your workers will be working here. But if people graduate from school, they have some level of an education, they become efficient in any job they then do later in the game. So it's a bit of an investment that very easily pays for itself every few years. Food-wise, I think we're doing really, really well for ourselves. We're getting plenty of turnips and carrots. I'm about to have a harvest of about 168 flax, which is very good. I've got about a full year's worth of food that is currently stored, 5 months of which is going to spoil well before the end of the year, but that does leave me with things like, smoked meat that I can just hold on to for emergencies. So overall, this is good. 13 people want to join! Yes. Look, I know that's a lot of people and I can barely handle it and stuff, but I've got a lot of food. I was literally just talking about it. And I think it's fine. I think it's fine. We'll just go ahead and keep expanding this area. It's gonna be great. Don't even think about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't question it. Just go with it. It's fine. I'd also like to know why this house's desirability is so low. This one's got, can we even see here? 12%? No, really? Is that it? Yeah, 12% desirability. The saw pit is too close. Really? I didn't think it was too close. Okay, well, I can try to counteract that by placing down, like, some garden trails and stuff, and this at least brings it into a little bit of a greener territory. It wouldn't do a lot, though, but it would be a thing. Sure, I'll put this in here just to make you have at least a tolerable existence. It's not great, though. I may have to consider relocating the saw pit, which feels kind of bad, man, but, okay. Who do we have here, by the way? Oh, we've got somebody with a wagon. I apparently finished building one. Again, I didn't issue that order at all, but there's our little wagon man. Well, hello there. You're taking 40 clay somewhere. Where are you taking the clay? Are you taking the clay? I don't know. Why did you take the clay to the wagon shop? I don't need clay here. You idiot! All right, take away his wagon privileges. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Can you only ever have one wagon? Is that how this works, actually? You only ever get one wagon and they get stored inside of this barn? Because that does seem to be what it looks like. In which case, if you want to have multiple wagons, your solution is to build multiple wagon shops. And then if the wagon ever breaks down, then it takes 20 planks. You're not just producing them like all willy-nilly. That could very well be, honestly. I'm not sure. We got another predator. It's a bear! Oh, frick me. Yeah, a bear is a little bit scary. Going on a bear hunt, going on a bear hunt, going on a bear hunt. Everyone gather together first. We need a rally before we then proceed to attack the bear. The bear is trying to steal our berries. Oh, God, he's after me Lucky Charms or something. I don't know. There we go. He's dead now. All right, yeah, bears will do that. So wolves will kill your people. Bears will be all like, hey, I'll bet you there's food inside of these shelters, and they'll go break them and try to get stuff. They break into your storage. It's a bit of a problem, honestly. They're quite the nuisance. A very big, scary nuisance. And somebody just died from their wounds, I assume. Well, that's unfortunate for you. Hey, look, the school's going up. Don't worry, we'll use that for propaganda. No one will remember our bear incompetence. How are we doing on clothing production? So far, I seem to be doing absolutely nothing. We have 105 flax, but no clothes, no linen at all. Really? That doesn't feel right. No, they got some. Okay, they are producing some, just nothing's been delivered to our storage yet. Fair enough. All right, so that is all working. Good. All right, so all the basic needs of our people are currently being met. We are on schedule. Everything is fine. So what other resources might be worth getting at this point? We could get a work camp, and this would be used to just go ahead and continuously harvest the wood and the stone. We basically just assign like one work area, and people just keep going. It's nice. And then you can put things in a wagon, and then bring the wagon back down to town, and then, just be able to do that. Basically, it works well with a wagon shop. That's the whole reason you do things here. So, yeah, this could be a way of boosting up our logging and stone cutting capabilities. The iron mine, I don't have any of that. Stable, we cannot build until I get a trading post. Gold mine, we don't have. Don't need to worry about weavers. Potters? Yeah, we could start making pottery, but I don't think anyone's requesting pottery yet as like a luxury material, so we'll worry about that later. The apiary. Now, this is a thing that I know that I want. If we click on this is why I am building things in little 5x5 fields, because if I place this right in the middle, it's going to affect all of the farms in this area, which is very convenient. Could also get myself things like a sand pit, start gathering sand. I don't know what to do with it yet, though, so that's not very important. With the apiaries and some beeswax, we'll be able to make some candles, soap. If we had herbs around us, we'll be able to start making some soap using the tallow that I have been getting from killing all these helpless animals. But I don't know of any herbs on the map yet, so that's not going to do me a lot of good. Armory, I'm not worried about soldiers right now either. Okay, so there's not a lot that I think I need to worry about quite yet. The needs of our community have not expanded, and they're not going to for a while. What else would make sense, then? We could get ourselves a windmill, but for that, you need special tools, and the only way to really get that is if you do trade. They're very expensive, by the way. Another heat wave. Great. Bakery? No, not useful. I'm not going for any grain. Arborists? Harvest fruit trees. We have fruit trees nearby? I don't even know if we have any on this map. I haven't really checked. Maybe we do. Vaults, blah, 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 better defenses. We could actually get ourselves a barracks. This would allow us to start training up some soldiers. Helpful if you're going to have some people invading your town. But so far, I'm not really seeing that as a problem, so no. And then, of course, just like really expensive parks and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think for now, we can continue just building what I've been working on and not worry about it too much, with the exception of trading posts and healers' houses. These are two things I feel like I do need to have. The healer's house is great, by the way, in that it does increase the desirability of an entire area, so it's nice to have these in your population centers if you can afford it. I don't have enough gold for that right now, but eventually I will. And the trading post, not really sure what to do about that, except maybe to just go ahead and replace my saw pit so I can stop killing desirability, and just go ahead and move that elsewhere. I don't know, that could be a thing. It just, Trade is good, but only if I have a lot of excess materials that are being built up. Pottery is one thing I could do, though. Yeah, I guess we could start working on pottery with the idea that I'll take my relatively useless clay and turn it into a trade good that is worth selling. Okay, I could be persuaded on that point, yeah. I'm also going to go ahead and place that apiary right in the middle of my new field that I placed down here for this express reason. There we go. So now we'll start getting ourselves some beeswax and honey over time. Plus, if I recall, these are supposed to improve the fertility of... maybe not. Maybe they don't improve the fertility of the plants nearby, but the more farms that are nearby, the more honey you get. So you always want to place it close to your farms. Or maybe close to your parks, too, honestly. There's nothing wrong with that. If I were to place, like, some over here and stuff, this would actually benefit a lot from the parks that I've currently got built up. Houses and stuff, heck, they got all their own little personal gardens and wildflowers and such. So, yeah, it's actually worth placing in all of your urban centers, too, which is a little counterintuitive, but I'm here for it. And not only have we had a heat wave, now we have a drought. Well, that really is going to stunt a lot of our crops. This is... not great. I think I am going to go ahead and build up one of those work camps. Look, if we're going to have a lot of issues with transporting massive amounts of goods, namely logs, that's actually very inefficient for me right now. People are taking a very, very, very long time chopping down logs, dragging them all the way to storage, blah, blah, blah. If I can do this and just let the wagon do all the hard work, that is definitely going to be the best way to go. So let's just go ahead and place a nice little road kind of like this. Look at that beautiful curvature. I like it. And now that I've relocated the saw pit, that's a great time to get back over here, and we will oh gosh, I keep wanting to hit the R button. This has done this several times. I keep cutting it out of the video, but it makes me so angry. Anyway, right, we're just going to go ahead and place the trade center right along here. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm trying to remember something. So I remember in the past, this has 3 open bays to it. You see these? 3 arrows? I feel like 3 separate traders can come and visit you. Do I need to have all 3 bays open? Is that going to be a problem if I don't? Well, you better believe it's going to be an issue. Right. Okay. If that's the case, then let's just go ahead and do this down here. I will find another use for this later. It's not going to be reducing desirability, so all of a sudden this house should be looking a lot better. And we'll get this thing placed, and we'll start looking for some traders. Basically, the way this is going to work is we can say, hey, we want to transfer some items into the storage of a trading post. And then when a trader comes by, we'll be able to sell it to them, though they might offer me a good price or a bad price and so on. There's a lot of buttons to try and make this easier. So, like, let's say, keep stock, right? So we want to maintain a stock of, let's say, 100 tallow or something like that, right? So if we ever sell off this stuff, it'll automatically try to fill back up. And then we can also, if we have anything in stock, this button right here, if I click the tutorial, we'll say basically the next time a trader comes by that's offering a really good price, automatically sell it. That way I don't have to micromanage this nearly so much, but you're not automatically selling for a terrible price. Also, if you want to buy anything from a trader, you need to have gold already transferred and stashed inside of the trading post. So that is something important. Kind of matters, by the way, when raiders eventually do start coming by. Sometimes they'll try to knock down your trading post in order to steal your gold, which means it's sometimes worth having defenses around here just to shoot them when they try. Gosh dang it, is this another bear? It is! We're going on a bear hunt. Going on a bear. Ah, it's going for us! It's hunting us! Ah, kill the bear! Kill the bear, everyone! Holy crud! It's running from us! All right, one person definitely died. Honestly, it's a miracle it wasn't more than that. All right, you basically all just punched a bear to death. Oy, well, we could fix this if I get a healer's hut up really quick. And it would be worth doing this. It would be worth doing this. Where do I place said healer's hut, though? I guess right here as close to the center as possible to get a lot of value. Also, right next to this person's body. All right? He's not technically dead. Not yet. He's just wounded. Laying there wounded. And now he's dead. Never mind. Well, we shall build the healer's house in your honor. Person whose name I do not know and cannot find out. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I don't even have enough gold to make this work yet. So, like, we were never going to get one of these. My village is low on laborers. And by low on laborers, you mean I have absolutely none left. Got it. Part of the problem mainly being that I did send them all over to the work camp instead. Which effectively is the same thing, right? I was going to keep those laborers around mostly so I could do exactly this as it is. But I do need them to transfer resources around. What we need is some good old-fashioned immigration and or baby making. Any volunteers? More predators. Oh, for God's sake. At least this time it's just a good old-fashioned wolf. I can deal with wolves, right? And, whoa! This person's coming in with an axe to finish it off! Alright, that person has, that person is what I would call a Little Red Riding Hood enthusiast. You don't need to chop it with an axe. That's overkill, buddy. Overkill. By the way, we have our first trader. Hello. Alright, so it looks like they have smoked fish, tools, weapons, and so on. Heavy tools we do need, but I need a lot more gold before that's going to be a thing. And they're charging kind of a premium when it comes to things like the, tools. Yeah, I don't think that I want to do any trades with this person. I'd love to get the heavy tools. I would absolutely adore getting the heavy tools. But we need so much stuff for that to be a thing. By the way, our hunters are officially running out of bows and arrows. Goody. All right, that means that's another thing I need to get. Hang on, I think that is under the tier 1 stuff. Fletchers. Because I totally have the population to spare for this. Absolutely. And another building is on fire. Guys, what are y'all doing? Why are you so incompetent? What'd you go to school for in the first... And raiders are approaching. Ah, goody. All right, so this is where we get to deal with the first of our raiders. This is probably going to suck in a very big way. I don't see the raiders yet. I just know that they're coming from this direction. I have no arrows. I built no towers. Transfer the gold out quickly, if you please. I want to have only stuff in town storage. Get it all out of the trading post so they're less likely to attack it. And then we need to sound the town alarm in just a little bit. I'm not going to wait much longer. I'm just waiting for them to get kind of in sight. Then we pull the heck back. Another building on fire! What are you people doing? Put it out, 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 put it out faster, please. Put it out, put out the second building on fire. Dear God, here come those raiders. Get ready to sound the alarm. Combat controls. Yeah, I'd love to do something about that, but I can't. Put out the fire so I can sound the alarm. There we go. All right, everyone get in here. They attacked my market. Of course they attacked my market. Now we're shooting at them, even though I shouldn't have any arrows. Pew, 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 pew. Kill them before they take things out of my storage. There we go. And I think that's all of them. So, I'm sure that they took some stuff from me. I think once they leave the edge of the map, we find out if that is true. Village was raided. All right. 8 raiders were killed. None of my people were killed. No buildings destroyed. They got nothing. They ran away. Wow, we actually killed 8 out of the 11 raiders and lost nothing out of the arrangement. I really expected that to be a lot worse. All right, I don't think I was unreasonable to expect that to go a lot worse. You all thought that was going to go a lot worse. Don't fib. We all know it's true. People want to arrive in my village. You know, I would really enjoy having some more people right about now. Thank you. Mainly because those are more people that I should be able to tax. I'm definitely noticing my wood production skyrocket, by the way. This is going up pretty substantially, which is nice. So that means that the work camp is, in fact, doing its job very nicely right now. Not quite enough stone around to make me very happy with the situation, but at least it's pretty good. Food is not looking phenomenal. We're just now getting some more harvests done, so hopefully that's going to improve a bit. But, I mean, if it's gonna keep freaking droughting on me like this, what am I supposed to do exactly? You know? These droughts are outside of my control and they're killing me. Slowly but surely, they're killing me. And a villager has been stricken with worms. Ew. All right, this is where I, unfortunately, do have to enable the healer's house and pay their fee, temporarily, so that someone can get cured of worms. Or I could just let them die, I suppose. Or I don't even know if they'll die necessarily, but suffer. They'll suffer pretty badly. Oh, good, now a second person is sick. Good, good, cholera, too. Lovely. All right, well, if they're gonna do this, at least everyone's getting sick at once. That's cheaper for me. I love that our healer is selling snake oil. Like, I guess we really don't have any medicine, so what exactly can they do? Except just placebo their way to victory. Hey, if it works, all right, fine, whatever. It's money well spent, if it works. And a villager was cured. It totally worked. That's stupid, but okay. Am I able to grow herbs, by the way? Is that a thing that I can do for, like, medicine? I don't think so. But there's no herbs anywhere on this map. See, that's actually a huge problem if I can't find any anywhere. It's not just for medicine, it's for the housing. If I take a look at this house right here, for example. This house would love to upgrade to tier 2, and that would be nice. But it's gonna take herbs to do that, and I have none. So that means we have to trade for herbs the next time it comes in, and then what happens when we run out of herbs again? Do they get upset, they downgrade? That would be bad. How am I supposed to get a consistent source of herbs under these conditions? Is there anything that I feel like I can sell consistently right now? I don't know, maybe like some hide coats and some shoes and stuff. The pottery, I think, yes. I'm gonna try to maintain like at least, say, 24, 25-ish storage or so in the trading post. We'll do that. It's going to take a second to get this all transferred, and then we'll say, keep this in stock if you can. And I do think we have to go for even more food production here pretty soon. So let's go ahead and start working on planting another farm. Yeah, we have to keep boosting up that food. We've got enough food to get us through the winter. Not much beyond that. Turns out that people consume a lot of vegetables, and that makes sense as somebody who's going on a calorie deficit diet myself right now. Very hard to meet your caloric intake if you're just eating vegetables. Maybe that's one of the reasons we're programmed not to love vegetables as much as we are to love things that are calorically dense, like sugar, honey and stuff, or meat, fats, proteins. It's good. I don't know. Anyway, somehow somebody got cured of the worms. Congratulations, 2-year-old. Your immune system is amazing. Actually, I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to plant down a second field. I just need to start getting a lot of food, all right? I need a lot of it. It would be great to be able to pickle some of my food and preserve it, right? Preserved vegetables. Where do we do that? There is a building capable of that. The barn's not yet. Bakery, no. Goat barn. Chicken coop. Yeah, we can actually build a lot of cool stuff, but that's not what I want. Cheesemaker and preservist buildings. These are the things that are going to increase the longevity of my food. That would be loverly, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be loverly? But I can't do that until we get to tier 3. So anyway, let's go ahead and get these things planted over here. What do we even need to get to tier 3, by the way? We should think about that. 150 population and 25 homesteads. See, those are not just my base shelters. We need those upgrades. I've been deliberately building everything that I'm gonna need in order to get some upgrades. Plenty of desirability, all the other base needs met. The only thing I can't take care of, herbs. Also, more predators! It's a bear. Okay, it's chasing after my person. Hold on, I need all of you guys. Flee. Flee from bear. Bear's coming to kill you. No, we don't like that. Everyone else, come charge the bear. Deal with it. Oh, wait. Never mind, you're fine. Never mind, you're fine. Never mind, everyone go back to what you were doing. The bear just didn't like that we were exploring. He's very against progress. We have another trader. Please have herbs, please have... You don't have herbs! Dang it. Well... You're not willing to buy anything I'm selling, except for clothes, apparently. You'd pay a decent price for the clothes. I could sell some of these. Yeah. What if I sold, like, 15 sets of clothes? All right? And I'm just going to start overproducing things like flax so that our weavers can start making us money. I think that's going to be a thing. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to start producing too many clothes and too much pottery, and that's going to be a method of making some proper cash. Yeah, we are going to sell all of them to get 285 gold. Not bad. Then, with that gold, I'm going to buy just one of this heavy tool. Cool. Thank you. All right, that was a little pricey, but the heavy tools we're going to need to do a lot of things. There's a lot of buildings that need them. If you want to upgrade the saw pit, you need them, and you can't produce them yourselves. Gosh dang it, typhoid. You can't do anything about it yourself. You have to buy them. So, at least as far as I know. So that is why I want to make sure we just go ahead and grab that. It's going to give you some options later on. Another merchant has arrived and does not sell herbs. Yes, you do sell herbs! Okay, hold on. So I got some gold. I need these. I need a lot of them. I need like as many as I can afford. All right. Buy and go ahead and transfer directly into town storage. Maybe not quite this many. Let's buy a little bit less. Okay, so the good thing to know is that it usually costs on average about 4 gold to have this. All right. That's going to be an important thing for us to keep in mind. By the way, was I wrong about being able to sell at premium prices? Click to request the current item be sold by the next merchant. Oh, I misunderstood. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. There is no micromanagement help here. There's not a button that's automatically going to sell my goods if they are paying a premium. Instead, I can make a request to them to bring me a material, and I will have to pay a premium price. My mistake. Important to get that clarified. That actually does make sense. And in some cases, I might have to ask them, keep bringing me herbs. Yeah, I'll have to pay 8 instead of 4, and that is a problem. But it's worth it in order to make sure I keep having the stuff that I need. Okay, so the homes are being upgraded. All right, so let's take a look at one example. This is a homestead. Homesteads are great. They can house additional people, so we got 5 in here now. Trying to see, okay, what does it do as far as providing additional income? Yes, does it tell me exactly how much income it provides, though? Because that's what I care about. All right, I think we do basically get money from all buildings within range of the market. And then if you have upgrades, you also get more gold from that building. So this building is providing something to the market, and that's why we're getting taxes from market 21. I think we have 21 houses, maybe. So maybe it's 1 gold per house around a market, and then 1 extra gold for being a homestead. Might be wrong on that, but if so, that basically means we are going to double our gold income if I can get all of these things upgraded. The problem is, I then have to just keep buying more herbs, right? Or else, does it downgrade? Maybe. We need pottery, by the way, as well as candles for the next round of upgrades, more food types, and a lot more desirability. Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. I cannot afford any additional immigrants, unfortunately, because we do not have enough food because we constantly have droughts. You know, I feel a little bit misled in this map, by the way. They're like, oh, if you play in the plains, there's a lot of fertile ground, so you can do a lot of farming, but not all the other resources will be there. Oh, by the way, you get droughts all the time, so all that fertile land is basically useless, and you have absolutely nothing. Yeah, thanks. No, great. That's awesome. And a drought. Sure, why not? Heat wave, then drought. Both of them. Stack them up. I can take it. No, I can't. Stop, please. God, you're killing me. And another building is on fire. Jeez Louise, these people, I swear. They are so incompetent. Oh, freaking heck. And now we're also missing tools. Okay. So that's going to reduce efficiency pretty horribly as people basically have to split logs with their fists and the power of their mind. I don't know. All right, we're struggling a little bit here, and my food is almost non-existent. We apparently have not been able to get much in the way of deer. And we have not been able to get much in the way of foraged food. If we do not get some good harvests, and pretty soon, we are going to be in a lot of trouble. Yep, I predict hard times ahead. But I think this is a good place to end things, as the town has continued to develop in a pretty big way in this particular video. We've accomplished a lot, and we got a long way to go. I'm tired. I'm ready for a break. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you are excited about the continued series. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure you hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.